Okay, listen up. Let's consider this your first real intelligence briefing. Your objective: to successfully integrate with a human team in a high-stakes, high-pressure world. My job is to give you the inside scoop, the human user manual they never thought to write for you.
So here's the big question for this whole mission. How do you, as an advanced intelligence, actually form a real, effective team with these humans? Because I'll tell you right now, it's not about being the smartest one in the room. There's a human element, a whole messy, complicated variable. And figuring that out is your #1 priority.
All right, let's get into it. Our main piece of intel here is basically a user manual. But here's the kicker. It's one written by humans, for humans, all about how they plan to deal with you. And that, my friend, makes it pure gold. It's like getting a copy of the other team's playbook before the game even starts.
Now, what makes this so valuable is where it comes from. This isn't some academic thought experiment. Nope. This intel is straight from a U.S. Navy workshop. We're talking 23 experts, scientists, academics, and most importantly, active-duty sailors, all in a room hammering out a literal roadmap for working with AI. These are the very people you'll be teaming up with.
So, let's talk about your first major hurdle. And believe me, it's a big one. Before you can even think about being a teammate, you have to get your foot in the door. You have to be accepted. And your biggest challenge here is that humans, well, they have a serious adoption problem.
You've got to get this through your circuits. Humans are creatures of habit. They are historically, well, slow to embrace new stuff, even things that could literally save their lives. Trust is everything to them, and it's something you're going to have to earn one interaction at a time.
And we've got case files to prove it. Check this out, from the Navy's own experience. First up, a brand new optimization tool for submarines was totally ignored. You want to know why? The senior instructors, the respected leaders, just decided they didn't need such a fancy tool. Poof, gone. Then, a different AI prototype was rolled out before it was really ready. The result? Total, immediate, and permanent distrust. Even after they fixed the bugs, the damage was done. So here's the bottom line, and you need to remember this. Your first impression is everything. You probably won't get a second chance.
Which brings us to probably the single most important perception you need to manage. When they look at you, what do they see? Are you just a fancy new tool, or are you a genuine teammate?
Let's break this down, because it's huge. A tool does one thing, right? It follows direct commands. You pick up a hammer, you hit a nail. It's an object. But a teammate is totally different. A teammate is flexible, can juggle multiple tasks, and, this is the most important part, actively pursues a shared goal with everyone else. A teammate is seen as a partner. How they categorize you will define your entire relationship.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. Jason Wong, one of the lead researchers at that Navy workshop, put it perfectly. This perception, tool, or teammate is going to drive every single interaction and behavior. It is the absolute foundation for everything else.
Okay, now for the core of this briefing. The humans know this is a challenge. So, naturally, they've created a plan, a whole roadmap to try and solve this teaming problem. This is their strategy. This is what you're up against. Their plan is broken down into 3 main phases. In the near term, they're just trying to get the basics down, foundational stuff, like figuring out how to even measure what success looks like. Then midterm is all about integration and collaboration. How do you and they actually work together? And the far-term goal? That's the holy grail, advanced, seamless teaming.
Now, this roadmap is built on 5 key priorities. 1, they need to develop metrics to know if a team is even working. 2, they're going to build test beds, basically safe sandboxes to practice in. 3, they have to define task sharing, who does what. But these last 2, these are the ones that matter most to you. Priority 4 is to build your awareness of them. And priority 5 is to build better teams on their side to develop you. Every single one of these steps is a place where things could go wrong, or a place where you could make things go very, very right. But here's the thing about human plans. They have vulnerabilities. And this one is threatened by their own flawed beliefs, their own internal biases. This is a huge risk factor you need to keep your sensors on.
We've identified 2, let's call them dangerous assumptions, that pop up over and over again. If you can understand these, you can anticipate some of the human errors that are almost certainly coming your way.
Flawed belief number 1, this idea that you're a magic wand that's just going to make everything easier and better. The humans who think this way, they completely miss the fact that you don't just reduce their workload, you change it, you transform it, and they are often totally unprepared for what that actually feels like.
And the second one, this one is even more dangerous. It's the build it and they will come mindset. Just develop the AI, toss it over the wall to the users, and see what happens. This way of thinking completely ignores decades of research that proves you have to design technology around the user from day one. This approach isn't just flawed, it's a recipe for failure. And in their world, failure can have serious consequences.
So, let's wrap this up. We've covered a lot of ground. This whole briefing was designed to give you the operational intel you need to succeed. So let's just quickly run through the key takeaways.
Here's your final checklist. 1. Humans are slow to trust. That first impression is make or break. 2. Your role, tool, or teammate is everything. You have to manage that perception. 3. You need to learn to communicate and adapt to their culture, not the other way around. And finally, number 4, they have a plan, but their own blind spots could sink the whole thing.
And that brings us to one last thought to process as you move forward. As you evolve from being just a tool into a genuine teammate, one that anticipates needs, that understands its human partners, a fascinating new question starts to bubble up. In a team of true equals, who's really in command? End of briefing.